Crystals have long been believed to be sources of healing and strength, symbols of power and reverence. They're used in a range of methods from simple decoration to orchestrated ritual. In a world where crystals are everywhere, clans of warriors vie for control of their mysterious power in a war of supremacy. This is Crystal Clans. Crystal Clans is a two-player game, recommended for ages 14 and up, where warring clans battle for control of a crystal-littered battlefield. Designed by Andrea Mezzatero and published by Plaid Hat Games, players take turns building their squads to venture out and collect crystals, granting them further strategic advantage. But who will end up with the most and claim victory? Players start the game by choosing one of the 6 clan decks included. Playing in turns, the first player gets the advantage of making the first move, while their opponent gets the advantage of an extra starting card. What you do on your turn is determined by the game's initiative system. You must spend the necessary points for each action you want to take during your turn. You have limited points, so summoning units, moving them into position, planning battles, and gathering crystals becomes a tense tug of war as the battle plays out. When you choose to engage your opponent in combat, you both choose a card from your hand to basically play rock, paper, scissors for bonuses, except here they are bold, guarded, and tricky. Squads will then assess their bonuses and attack each other at the same time, potentially wiping each other out in an effort to gain control. Primarily, your goal is to control 2 of the 3 crystal zones on the battlefield, which is required to gather a crystal to score. The first clan to score 4 crystals claims the battle and wins the game. Crystal Clans is not a component-heavy game. You have the battlefield board, the initiative crystal, and the clan and crystal cards. The board is massive and beautifully printed. Constructed in a similar way to the 4-segment Monopoly boards, this 6-segment board folds out to form the playfield, unless you unfold it upside down.
So it is a singular board that I have unfolded upside down, because I have skills.
The various zones are clearly marked, but instead of labels, the art does the explanation. Home, neutral, and crystal zones are clearly represented by gates, grass, and crystal clusters, respectively. Your discard pile literally goes on top of a graveyard. The spacing of everything is well thought out and beautifully presented. The other key piece of the game, the initiative crystal, is a small plastic gem that fits the aesthetic well. It's fairly small, and I admittedly didn't notice it in its little baggie at first. It sits on the board really well and doesn't roll, which is good when keeping track of initiative accurately. All the cards are standard playing card size and very clearly printed. The game comes with 2 reference cards, one for each player to keep track of their available actions and their costs. The crystal cards each have their own vibrant illustrations, along with unique abilities and modifiers that give them strategic advantages. Some will buff or defend your units, others may modify your initiative cost, while a couple have alternative methods to collect them. The base game comes with 6 clans: the Blood Clan, Flower Clan, Meteor Clan, Skull Clan, Stone Clan, and Water Clan. The clan decks are where this game really shines. Each clan deck, comprised of 27 cards each, are all illustrated with characters and detail that rival larger collectible card games. Each clan has their own special ability, unique units, and a couple of heroes to really drive their theme. While there are some clans that may seem inherently better than others, Meteor, their abilities are balanced well enough that a skilled player may just have a trick up their sleeve. The illustrations by Martin Abel are just oozing with an almost comic book-like charm and energy, making every part of this game a self-contained work of art. Characters pop with personality in a dynamic battlefield. The concept of war is granted extra tension with the tug and pull of the initiative system, creating a dynamic between players that affects strategy every turn. The game is wonderfully deep for its simple construction. I absolutely love the idea behind the initiative system. Summoning a large squad or scoring a crystal may grant you an advantage for a turn, but the trade-off is that the cost may grant your opponent a similar advantage. It creates tension every time you try to take the lead, waiting to see just how your opponent will respond. Each clan feels like a cohesive army with their various abilities, and the rock-paper-scissors style of battle provides an element of surprise. If you've ever played a tactical card game like Magic or Pokemon before, picking up the basics of Crystal Clans comes easy. Everybody I've taught this game to, including my 11-year-old son, was able to follow the game and loved the simple, yet deep strategy. My only complaint is that the game is strictly 2 players, making it difficult to play in groups. It was so good, though, that a couple in my regular group picked up their own copy and play it regularly. Crystal Clans is already expanding, with new clan decks announced and on the way. With these decks, the total of playable clans will increase to 14 at the time of writing, and I can't wait to see if it will continue to grow after that. One such clan was designed by Plaid Hat's own Jerry Hawthorne, and you all know what I thought of his last game. I can't wait to see more. If you would rather play on a playmat instead of a board, a playmat version of the Battlefield board is also available. On top of all that, Plaid Hat has released special scenario rule sets for free that allow you to play the game with special conditions between certain clans. With the new clans on the way, the possibilities for future scenarios could keep the game fresh for a very long time. But the base game is certainly more than enough to get your own war for the Crystals started. Crystal Clans receives a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching The Raven's Nest. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to turn on notifications for the next review, and happy gaming. Review copy provided by Asmodee North America. Thank you! 1, 2, to put them here.
But now you can't attack me.
No,
Okay.
but you can't score. Right.
Right.
Well, ha 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 ha.